Welcome to a special episode of the MC Knitting Adventures podcast. My name's Colleen.
And my name is May. Welcome returning viewers, and for those of you watching us for the first time, we're so glad you could join us. Our adventure takes us to the Woolstock, which is the Woodstock Fleece Festival in Paris, Ontario. We had a great day trip. We have a video of what we did on that day. And we're looking forward to sharing that with you. But before we begin, Colleen will talk about what we're wearing.
So first of all, let's talk about what May's wearing. Oh!
It's a little bright orange, but you know, I'm inspired by all the fall colors, and we showed you that in the video that we have. And I was inspired by that, and it is Halloween.
It is.
But, you know, I'm not sure why I bought this. Like, I'm not even
that
sure
that color really looks good on you.
I'm not sure that I would wear this really outside. Like, it's okay
just for you.
The house.
just for you
guys. It does have a pocket on the one side. Not sure what that's all about, but I feel a little lopsided. I know we've had two pockets, maybe. Right. And generally, Columbia stuff I don't mind.
Exactly.
But anyway, nice. it's that's what inspired me, was all those lovely trees.
Okay. What I'm wearing is the Lone Skein Shawl by Locatelli. And the yarn that I used was Malabrigo Sock, and its color is Alice. So I like this. I showed it in our last podcast, and we knew it was going to be cool when we went. And I have a very lovely navy raincoat, which we bought when we were heading to Scotland. Never had to use it. But anyway, and this fit nicely under it. It's, I know it's knit at a looser gauge, and I really, really like how it sits, and it felt great underneath. So
it did, it looked good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing. Now let's talk about this festival. So much fun. There was 3 separate buildings. There was one building that had animals in, and we spent some time with the llama and some alpacas, and there was an Angora rabbit, which was huge, by the way.
Right.
So that was fun. We saw lots of vendors. I think comparing it to the Kitchener Fiber Festival, I think this one has a little bit more fleece and roving and those kind of things. And it was lovely to see. And I know there are some people that do weaving, some people that do spinning, and so they really, really like the Woolstock one.
It was great. I mean, I enjoyed my day. You mentioned about the alpacas. Generally, there's a lot more animals.
Right.
But there was only a couple of alpacas, and then you talked about that rabbit. I did have a video of that, now that you mention it. Yeah. I didn't get that in the video. I don't think it was on record. But anyway.
These things happen.
It's not in the video we're going to show you. I'm very sorry about that. But I did get a lady that talks about the flax and who got that flax out. Like, it's a lot of work, and you'll see in the video that we're going to show.
Exactly.
And when you do that, the linen, it brings linen, so you can make bed sheets. She said basically anything that you put against your body, you can use that flax.
Wow, it was amazing. And when she showed it in the different stages, it was just so fine and so,
and it felt silky.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't feel it on the video, but if you were there, you could feel it was silky. I'm telling you, it was silky.
Exactly.
So it was a great day, Colleen. So I don't know, without any further ado, do you want to just put that video in there?
Sure, sounds great.
Colleen is eager to get started. It's early and it's still dark.
I decided to take some knitting with me, and I couldn't even knit in the car.
After 1.5 hours on the road, we arrived at the festival in daylight. Parking and the queues were organized, prepaid to the left.
Woolstock had great volunteers, and they were getting us all excited to go in.
What's everybody shopping for today? Lady party. Everything.
In line, we met Jeanette and Bridget.
Sheep me if I look at fleeces. Oh no, she doesn't need fleeces. I have sheep.
Bridget has 120 sheep, and she showed us her sheep on her phone. So cute.
And Jeanette told us all about her socks that her mom knit. It wouldn't be a fiber festival without a food truck.
The lady couldn't believe how small my wrist was. The vendors were organized and ready to go. This was a booth with alpaca yarn, alpaca socks, alpaca insoles.
I'm always fascinated on how they display their yarn.
We saw a lot of fleeces.
Feels like that. Look at this. So this is called a flax break. And just like what its name is, it's breaking up the straw-like parts of the plant into smaller bits that fall away.
Boy, talk about labor intensive, eh? Holy smokes.
Well, you know what? You ask any of the farmers here who prepare their fleeces from sheep.
Exactly right.
And
Exactly
there's a lot
right.
of work involved in that as well.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. With sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend has some sheep and I get a piece.
Yeah. So there's lots of steps to do.
Oh, for sure.
So the flax sprig does a great job in the center portions, but not so great on the tips. So we go here to this device, which is called a scutching board. And I have a scutching knife. And this is used to scrape away the fibers on the tips. And it takes away more of the boom, that's the little straw-like bits on the bottom. And also shorter fibers that break off. Or you can do it without the board as well. So then when you're satisfied with this step, yep.
You should feel these over here before you leave.
It's totally nice.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful feeling. Wow. Who figured this out, right? Wow. Imagine. Amazing.
So when you're done with scutching, I have a set of 3 hackles. So they're like wool combs, but for flax. So sharpened steel nails, I have 3, going from a very coarse big nail spaced widely apart to fine nails. And I draw my flax through, and that takes out more straw. You can see it falling on the toe of my shoe.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I need another hobby.
Really? Most people who come here could use another hobby like a hole in the head, right? Yeah. And then I just progress through the hackles and until my finest one. And by the time I get to the finest one, most of the straw is gone. And what I'm doing is I'm separating the individual strands of the flax into their components to make it finer. So because the flax fibers, the way flax grows is you have the core of the plant, and then around it you have the fiber bundles, sort of like in celery, the strings in celery, and then around that there's a shell. So all of these things are getting rid of the shell and the core, and once I get to here, I don't know what the word is, but I'm taking apart the fiber bundles so that each strand is an individual strand. So you can see it's much finer.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Wow.
Found Colleen. love that sweater. Someone learning the art of spinning. This is the booth where I bought my felt.
I was amazed that May bought something before I did.
I thought these keychains were cute. Always fun running into the Fergus Yarn Company. Found Colleen again. We thought you might enjoy the fall scenery in our trip home. Hope you enjoyed that little adventure at the Woolstock Fleece Festival.
Perfect. We had a great time. We got to see some people that we see often, like we went to the Leo and Roxy booth and saw Jolynn. And so sometimes when you're at a festival, you're looking for something that you just can't get anywhere. And then it got really busy really quickly. I find that was doing it. So I know that when you were taking your video, sometimes it was hard to take video because it just got
There
busy.
was so many people.
Yeah.
So the video looks like it's cut in and out. I apologize for that, but I just couldn't get it because of the amount of people that were there.
Exactly. So it was a lot of fun though. We did have a lot of fun.
Right.
You saw some people that knew who you were.
Yeah.
You're famous, by the way.
Oh.
And
Really.
I didn't, but May said, your nose is always in the yarn, Colleen. That's why you didn't see it. But anyway, we
It's
did
like
have a good
finding
time.
Waldo. I know we've said that before, but it is like
Yeah.
finding Waldo. All of a sudden you see Colleen and you see the back of her. So it's
Exactly. And the funny thing is, May wore a red raincoat, and it was perfect because you could look over a sea of people, and there's not too many people with red raincoats. I went, May's over there.
Yeah, you
And
blended right in. I'm
exactly.
Just saying.
I did. The navy was nice to wear, but I'm sure
Yeah.
not easy to find out. So let's talk about our souvenirs.
All right. Well,
So here's the deal. I had seen May's reflection in a window, and I thought, where did she go? So I'm looking and looking and looking. Finally, I see her. She's got money in her hand. She's ready. I'm thinking, I haven't bought anything yet. How did you find something to buy? So what did you find?
well, I found green felt. And
Okay.
do you want to know why I find green felt?
Tell me about it.
I find green felt because I'm going to be making some maybe poker table miniature,
Oh,
maybe a card table, a
Right.
games table, and I thought green felt will always come in handy.
Absolutely.
So that's my purchase. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to put the card in here of where I bought it from.
Okay.
He did say that they have online and they do online.
Oh,
stuff.
excellent.
And they had quite the selection.
Right.
Yes, so that was
Very
great.
good.
That was all I bought.
All right. So normally I have an idea of something that I want to do. I know there's this 2 skein shawl that I'm thinking about. And I just wasn't finding the things to go. But I found, you know how you just find yarn that you love? I know you know. Do you understand? No. She
I don't
doesn't
really get
understand, but it's okay.
But I pretend.
Exactly. So the first skein of yarn that I bought was by the Loving Path Fiber Arts. And this is Debbie Jameson. And I know her because she did yoga where I took my yoga training.
Oh, neat.
Exactly. So I know her to say hello. We haven't had a chat in a long time. She's a busy lady. And what I found was this beautiful tealy, it's got a hint of black to it, and it's called Courage. So it's high twist sock. It's beautiful yarn.
Now, I would have said this was a dark green.
Well, I guess dark green and teal. You know,
It's nice.
it is
It's
nice.
really
I really,
nice,
really
rich
like it.
color. It's
exactly,
really nice, yeah.
exactly. And it's funny that you would think purple would be what I brought home, and I didn't bring home any purple.
That's true, yeah.
All right, so that was the first one. And then I went to the Unwind Yarn House booth. We've never been to the store, but May, this is in Newmarket, and I think we should go.
Okay.
So Unwind Yarn House, and Karen Henderson is the chief yarn officer. I think that's so cute. And what I found was this skein of, and probably because of what I was wearing, I thought, okay, this is Malabrigo, this is sock, but it is Ultimate Sock. And this color is called Under the Sea. And once again, rich color, beautiful color. Feel that.
Again, very rich color, really nice.
It feels really, really nice.
Nice.
So I know that Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears had done a review on this, but when I felt it, I thought, So I'm either going to find another color to go with it and do a 2-skein shawl, or I might do a 1-skein shawl just with that.
That's really nice.
So that's what I found. And I'm really excited about doing it. I have to admit, because they're quite vibrant colors, I think when I thought about doing them in a 2-skein shawl, I just remembered that gray shawl that bled everywhere. The shawl that shall not be named. It's just called that way.
I have to tell you, Colleen, I do like the 1-skein shawls. Like,
Right.
I just think for your size, like,
Yeah.
I know other people, like, you know, you're so tiny. Like the lady on the video saying that your wrist is tiny. You are really, really tiny.
Yeah.
And I think the 1-skein really looks good on you. And I think if you get overpowered when it's too much.
I think you could be right on that. So maybe I've got enough for two
Right.
1-skein shawls.
Yeah.
That sounds great. So those are our
I
souvenirs.
see something else on the table over there, though.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Did you
It's in
forget
there.
about that?
I did until you pointed at it. It's not that I forgot about it. It's just that I'd kind of put it out of my mind because
Oh, yes.
we don't do anything with our souvenirs until after we showed it on the video.
Right.
And I really wanted to open it as soon as I got home. So when we finished at the festival, it had gotten really busy
In Paris, Ontario.
in Paris, Ontario. When we finished there, we thought, okay, let's drop in at Mary Maxim, because if all the knitters are at the festival, they might not be at Mary Maxim. So we had a great time. I mean, they've got so many different gifts and fabric and yarn and all kinds of good stuff. So it was fun to have a look
And that's
around.
the first thing my mom said when I said that we had gone to Paris. And she said, you go to Mary Maxim. So it must be a thing.
It's a
That
thing,
people-
absolutely. So what I found, and I guess I'm thinking holidays in this, is a cross-stitch kit. I have this thing about gnomes. Absolutely love them. So there is the cross-stitch kit. And does it have a special name? Nope. Oh, it's called Red Truck Gnomes, which makes sense.
Yeah.
There you go. And what I really like, and I don't know if you can see it, is that the embroidery hoop has that
Oh, okay,
that
that's
red
cool,
and
right.
black kind of
Right.
pattern. So it's
Yeah, I can see it at the side there.
that's good. So I'm
Because
really
we don't
excited.
want to open it because Colleen doesn't like to open things until it's
Not
time.
until I show you. I could take it out right now, though.
Why don't you do that?
Okay, let me
Let's
see if I can get this out.
And I'm going to put the card up there of the lady that was in the video, the Flax Lady. And her name was Kat, the Flax Lady. And she does presentations and workshops. If you want to go and check that out, that would be great.
There it is.
Okay, there it is. That's nice.
Exactly. So I think.
I wanted you to take it out because I wanted to see what kind of material
Oh,
it is.
it is very.
Do you think it's just like material?
Yeah, it is material.
Oh, okay,
Absolutely.
that's
I've got
cool.
material that's very similar to that.
It's
I
a
could do
great
that.
idea, though. I like that because it
Exactly.
kind of decorates it up.
Exactly, and I think it's going
You
to
can
make
just
it a little
hang it
more
up just like that.
Yep, absolutely.
Goes well with the orange.
Oh dear, no, not so much. Anyway, I'm so glad you pointed that out.
Yeah.
I've forgotten all about it. So thanks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up, comment down below. Let us know if there's any stores you want to see, any projects you think we should try. any patterns that might be interesting to do, one skein shawls would be helpful for me. And until next time,
You take care.